We're very, very pleased this morning to announce and to roll out a brand new economic indicator, a new measurement that we've been working for now close to a year to design and test. And this is the first time that we're announcing the results of the Consumer Real Estate Sentiment Scores. It's conducted in partnership with the New York State Association of Realtors. We will be releasing each and every quarter. It's a measure of sentiment amongst New Yorkers towards the real estate market. Now, sentiment is always a little bit of an interesting idea to get a hold of. What we are measuring through this instrument is the collective sentiment of groups of New Yorkers towards the real estate market. In many ways, collective sentiment, mood can also be understood as what people in general know to be true, what your neighbors know, what your friends at work know. It is the taken for granted knowledge that exists all around us. In this case, measured specifically towards the real estate market. This is what is taken for granted as measured within this instrument. So when you talk to your friends and neighbors, when you develop knowledge about, hey, is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell? What's going on with the real estate market? Are values going up or values going down? This instrument measures the collective sentiment towards those questions and then reports it each and every quarter. So that's what we will be releasing, and that's what the scores indicate. So now when we put all the numbers together, and when those of you who get this release now moving forward on a quarterly basis, this is how you want to look at it. You want to look at each of those 6 numbers independently. Then you want to look and juxtapose the current overall to the future overall. So that's what, that one vertical line attempts to do that. And you want to say, okay, does that make sense to me? And you want to sort of superimpose in your own mind the 3 time points. That the first light green line is telling you that overall sentiment towards the real estate market has declined, but that consumers are projecting a significant increase. How about selling? Well, their prospects of selling real estate has significantly declined over the last year, yet they project that over the next 12 months it will increase, it will go positive. How about buying? Well, over the past 12 months there has been a tremendous opportunity to buy real estate, and over the next 12 months it'll be a good opportunity. It's just not going to increase as an opportunity at the same rate.
Well, thank you and welcome. Just a quick background on what NYSAR is. It's the New York State Association of Realtors. We are the largest real estate trade group in New York State. We have about 55,000 members. We represent every region of the state. And we are primarily residential and commercial real estate agents and brokers. We're very excited about this project and partnering with Don and the Institute. We were very concerned during the real depth of the housing market that the New York State housing market was really being painted with a national brush. New York, while it certainly had its problems, was not California. It was not Las Vegas. It was not Detroit, the places that really suffered the worst. And yet, the bulk of the reporting we saw was these kind of doomsday scenarios that were happening elsewhere, and kind of creating a sentiment of its own here in New York based on those numbers from out of state. We became very concerned about that, and we saw as a possible solution was being able to provide the media with more information about where New Yorkers are in the housing market. And so we began the project and talking with Don about how we could do that and how we could help create another piece of the puzzle so that the media and all of New Yorkers can kind of understand what the market is, where it is, and where it's going. NYSAR, in addition to this project with Don, we provide monthly housing stats. We collect sales data on prices and on volume and report that every month. And so what we wanted to do with this project was, again, kind of give another piece of the puzzle of a very complicated housing market. Don did a great job kind of explaining the fundamentals behind where those numbers come from. Clearly, the housing tax credit and the historically low interest rates have driven this sense that over the last year, at least from a buyer's perspective, it was a great time to buy. Sellers, on the other hand, still coming out of what was the worst part of the market in 2009, are starting to feel a little bit better, but clearly had some concerns. We're very heartened by the future numbers. We believe that with a growing economy, and that it will grow in the next year, that it will help build the housing market, and that we'll see not only those numbers as a future number, but as an actual number, with buyers and sellers being active in the market over the next 12 months.